All right, chapter 13 dealt with a lot of research and development concepts and kind of all the things that they use to get that research. One of the videos mentioned OTA, which is a group that was given the power to research and develop future projects for the U.S. that was funded by Congress and has since been defunded, which I think is something that shouldn't have happened. We can't rely on politics to decide on anything. So it was nice to have that private group that only focused on what we needed to fund for research. So in the future, it might be difficult for the United States to discover new technologies because we can't decide what we want to spend our money on. So having that group to kind of decide what was going to benefit our country the most was probably a good thing, and the fact that they defunded it is probably not a good thing. The book mentioned what was called the 3M effect, which went over how the company just reinvents itself all the time through different needs of society. So I know a lot of people use 3M hooks for lots of things. They're popular in the medical field. I see 3M all the time on things that have adhesive. So there's different applications, not only just in personal life, but in professional life. And so it's kind of interesting how the company just keeps thriving. They just keep finding new ways to implement their technology into the world, and it's kind of refreshing that they just keep benefiting more than just continuing to do the same old thing. So the evolution of what they do is kind of interesting to see. There's that video on data mining, and that was pretty interesting because you don't always think about what information is being collected on you at all times. I know there's been times when you and my friends have been talking about something and all of a sudden you look at your phone without Googling or anything, and on your Facebook news feed there's an ad about what you were talking about. So it's kind of worrisome, the invasion of privacy, in that sense that you could just be having a conversation and then you get ads about it on your social media. So that's something that I don't think is such a good idea, and it's great. I love the ads. They get me in trouble. But at the same time, I really don't need someone spying on what my interests are at all times. So the biometrics stuff, the technology, and how they decided they were going to map the eye with using the vessels and things like that was pretty interesting. I know a lot of places that I've worked have used fingerprints for the clock-in, so it's definitely a technology that's kind of become prevalent. And there's those iPhones that can use your face to unlock. I know mine just does the fingerprint, which is nice because it's quick and easy. But it's definitely something that is going to probably further be developed and increase security, but also opens us up to flaws in the system. I know there's been times where it's my finger's wet or my finger is super cold and the fingerprint scanner doesn't work. So it can definitely cause some issues if we totally rely on that to protect us. So yeah, overall an interesting chapter on how those certain things are developed and researched